Hey kids, Dad here. It is Friday, March 27th, 4:45 p.m. Hope you had a good spring break as it officially comes to an end, going into the weekend. I don't really know what to say or share today for this little video. It's been kind of a blah day. Found out this morning that a guy I knew down in Iowa died. He died from an alcohol withdrawal, leaving behind two young daughters. I found that out at 7 o'clock this morning. So that's frustrating. Because he just could not stop drinking till it killed him. To die from an alcohol withdrawal, you have to drink a lot. And he was trying to quit drinking, and he quit for a little bit, and then he went back, and that's what killed him. So then at the same time, one of the residents down here at Bravo Zulu House had been missing for several days. He'd been doing the right thing for about 6 months, but he wasn't quite leaning into God. He was not drinking, not doing any drugs, but at the same time, he was chasing what I call shiny objects. He was starting to get some money in his pocket, and he was buying toys. And he was going on a lot of dates with girls. And he was chasing all these material things instead of chasing God. So he kind of abruptly, unexpectedly kind of disappeared for several days. And I got word today that he is alive, which was good. But as a result of his behaviors, he'll not be coming back here. So he'll just be coming back in a couple of days to get the stuff out of his room. I guess he bought an apartment. So he's going to live nearby in an apartment that he bought. And I legitimately wish him the best. But I also fear for him because I know that he did not do the healing that he needs to do. And he is at high risk for both PTSD and drinking challenges ahead. And that one hurts because he's a good friend of mine. This guy was the reason I came down to Bravo Zulu House. He's the guy who I picked up at the airport and drove down here. And then 2 weeks later, Bravo Zulu House called me and said, "Hey, we need a house manager. Would you consider it?" I told Bravo Zulu House no. I gave him 6 reasons I wouldn't be very good at this job. One of those 6 was that it's going to be hard for me to lose guys, and eventually we're going to lose people. I don't know if I can deal with that. And now looking back at it today, I realize that of the 5 people who were here when I moved in last fall, all 5 of them are now gone. I am currently the longest tenured resident of Bravo Zulu House. Nobody here has been here longer than me. I got 5 other guys out there, and I got 3 more coming in April. They'll keep coming, they'll keep rolling through. But yeah, I've got to figure out, what do you do? What do you do when you have guys that just don't get it? Whether it's like the guy that I think I told you kids about it in Michael's office the other day. The guy who had a seizure for an hour and had to lay on the ground and hold him through a seizure. Because he was sucking on whippets. Killing himself with those. Sucking on that on little gas things. Or whether there's a guy down in Iowa who decides he's going to drink even though the doctors told him it's going to kill him. Sure enough, it kills him. Or this guy from North Carolina who's now going out and going to live alone, see how that works out for him. I can tell you it's not going to work out well. It already hasn't gone well for him. But what do you do when you see these people? It's very clear. You can see the path they're on. It's very clear that it's not working out for them. They're choosing. They're making decisions not to do the right thing. They're fighting it. They're resisting. They're struggling. They're not surrendering. They're saying, I know better. Or they've still got pride and ego that says, I don't need this. That's for other people. I'm better than this. I can outsmart this. How do you help them? How can you help them? What do you do when you see them start doing the right thing for a couple of months? And they start getting their life back on track. They're suddenly smiling again. They're feeling good again. They're starting to look good again. They're laughing. They got some life in their eyes. They got a job. But then suddenly, maybe they lose somebody. I know one of these kids lost his uncle. This North Carolina kid, he says he lost a friend, apparently. And it just sends them spiraling. And they go crashing down. They go back to their old ways. I think it's because in all three of these cases I've seen, they did not have a foundation of God. They did not have a strong bottom of the pyramid foundation of God. In fact, I know that two of them actively did not believe in God. They would openly say it. I don't think there's no God. That's definitely a difference, because I know that in this past year, even here at Bravo Zulu House, I've run into some very tough days, some very difficult days. I lost my job unexpectedly in November, last fall. And I didn't do what these other guys seem to do. I didn't start sucking on whippets. I didn't suddenly stop talking to everybody I knew and just disappear for a week. I didn't pick up a bottle and start drinking. I hit my knees and I prayed right there on the floor. I said, all right, God, I trust you. I trust you've got me. So what's the plan here? What's the next right thing? And frankly, I did that because I didn't know what else to do. That's all I knew how to do at that point. Nothing else seemed like an option. Nothing else seemed like that was my only option, my only choice. But why do some of these other guys just refuse it? I don't know. So that's what I'm going to probably wrestle with through the weekend and then some. Some heavy stuff here. Not sure if any of this makes sense to you kids, but these are the things I get to wrestle with doing this Bravo Zulu House mission when I'm not able to see you guys. So anyhow, what I'm going to do is the only thing I know how at this point, which is the next right thing. For me, that means I'm going to attend a meeting tonight, see some people in a support group meeting, and hear some of their stories and have some smiles and laughs. Hopefully be a good example for them. I'm going to deal with the 5 residents I have here right now. Set a good example for them. Probably go out and have a laugh with them. Maybe we'll start a bonfire tonight. Maybe I'll get a bonfire going. And then this weekend, I'm going to go for another run tomorrow, work out on Sunday. Just keep being that good example and do what I know is right, because I don't know anything else to do. So anyhow, I love you kids. We'll talk soon.